The Simpsons, America's favorite family. Now they've been on the air a long time, coming up on darn year 35 years. And in that time, a number of offhanded jokes, random asides and quips, they've ended up predicting a great number of strange things that ended up coming true that are just way too accurate to be a coincidence. Now two possible options exist here. A TV show that's been on for 34 years just has more coincidences than others based on sheer output and law of averages, or there's something magic going on behind the scenes. And I think you all know which one I think it is. Oh yeah, I'm Taylor, the casual crypt keeper and all that, and this is the top 5 scary Simpsons predictions that could come true in 2023. Here's a real question though. How many more seasons of The Simpsons do you think we're getting? I genuinely think The Simpsons will go until the sun explodes. Alright, diving in. Number 5, Stonecutters and the Secret Order. Season 6 is up there as one of the best seasons of The Simpsons overall. Like, it was just banger after banger. Tons of classic episodes. You got the Who Shot Mr. Burns plotline, some of the best in the series. There's a bunch of season 6 episodes on this list, just to show how seminal it was. One of the more memorable ones is Homer the Great, where a downtrodden Homer feels he has no place in the world or higher meaning until he finds himself involved in a gentleman's club called the Stonecutters, a secret centuries-old order Homer finds himself at the center of when he is revealed to be the prophesized chosen one of the group. Now, as it turns out, the Stonecutters are far more than just a place for the guys to play dominoes and kick back. They're also a powerful clandestine lobby group pulling the strings behind the scenes. They're behind everything. They're rigging the Oscars, they bury the electric car, they keep Martians under wrap, and they find consistent work for 80s icon Steve Guttenberg. The Stonecutters are a fairly obvious stand-in for various conspiracy theories like the Freemasons or the Illuminati, and if you believe the conspiracies, and I bet you do because you're watching these videos, allegedly they run the world behind the scenes. It's always rumored and long thought that they're controlling everything from the shadows. Could the Simpsons writers be letting the public know the truth of these sinister dealings? How these organizations work? Could Homer's secret monkey society be pulling the strings? Now, of course, if I was in a secret cabal that had made the world into my puppets, one of the first things I would do is discredit all the theories about my organization by, putting them in episodes of a beloved animated comedy show, making it seem like you'd have to be nuts to believe in that sort of thing. But that's just what I would do if I was part of a secret order controlling things. And if you're looking for more conspiracies, theories about beloved shows from your childhood, we have got plenty of that. Click through Top 5 Scary and I'm sure you'll find something worth streaking at. Stay subscribed, stay scared, but most importantly, keep watching this video right now because we got way more weird Simpsons predictions coming up for you right after this. Number 4, super realistic holograms. The Simpsons has been going on for so long that their episodes that were once in the past are now set in the future. Iconic Lisa's wedding episode, by the way, another season 6 episode. That episode's future flash forward took place in 2010. Very funny to think about that now when they say Homer was a child, he was a child in the 90s. I'm not ready for him to age up for a few years to be a 2000s kid. Anyway, it's just funny seeing what they thought the future was going to look like and how we keep surpassing those things, and we'll see where it goes from there. Eventually, the Simpsons started doing a little mini story arc of sorts with their future flash forward episodes, and one of them is in the episode Holidays of Future Past from the series' 23rd season. So I could probably say anything happened in this episode. I doubt anybody's still watching then. I'm getting off topic here. Bart is down on his luck, and as one could probably expect, he's still living under the thumb of Principal Skinner, who's now Landlord Skinner at the Springfield Elementary Loft. Classrooms getting converted into apartments is depressing, but not really the scary prediction we're going for here. It's when Bart's watching Itchy and Scratchy. Instead of it being an animated show, it is now a 3D hologram that seems like it physically exists within the environment. It's a tangible thing. It's even splattering all over the walls behind on what used to be the chalkboard Bart was writing on every day. Now, holograms are already getting pretty out there in terms of technological advancements. Our man Homer himself was even a hologram, joining his father Matt Groening up on stage at Comic-Con one year. And I think it's possible that in the eventual dark future, we'll have holograms that exist as real physical objects you can touch, interact with, and I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see hologram TV shows. Hologram The Simpsons would be a lot of fun. Hologram South Park, I don't know if I'd let that into my home. I'm not 100% confident about that. I do suspect though, if there was holograms that you could touch and interact with, we would never see anybody going outside again, ever if that happens. Number 3, mind controlling in music. In season 12, all the way back in 2001, crazy how those episodes now seem like the really old ones, we got an episode called New Kids on the Block, which saw Bart and his friends Milhouse and Ralph and his sometimes friend, sometimes bully Nelson getting recruited to become the hottest boy band in Springfield. I don't know why, this one was always one of my favorites as a youngster. I think I just liked them singing. In the episode, a producer named LT Smash catches wind of one of Bart's pranks and is instantly enamored with his antics and signs him up to be the new face of his boy band party posse. Doesn't matter that the kids can't sing, they're all auto-tuned using NASA voice-changing technology. The boys end up having a smash hit single, a patriotic anthem called Drop the Bomb, a catchy song about how awesome the US forces are. But it's his chorus that really sticks out. They got these little belly dancers singing Ivan et Niage, and it gets stuck in your head easily, but it's a covert message. It's just join the Navy backwards, and that's still like stuck in my head all to this day. So even as a joke propaganda, that's really wormed its way into my brain. It turns out that LT Smash was never a record producer. He's Lieutenant Smash, and the whole boy band is just a convoluted scheme to get people to subconsciously want to join the Navy. I'm pretty sure the Village People did a similar thing, and with the YMCA. The idea of music being used as a secretive tool to sway the public secretly has been a very popular conspiracy theory for years, with some believing, rap and hip-hop are Illuminati puppets for mind control or world domination. I know it would certainly explain how much Lil Nas X's music gets stuck in my head. Industry baby, industry plant, maybe. By the Stonecutters even. This sort of thing really isn't that far off, to be honest, from all the wild predictions on this list so far. Using media to sway public opinion for propaganda is way more commonplace than I think any of us really realize. I mean, just last year, the film Top Gun Maverick, hugely popular movie, everybody saw it, contained this very subliminal message throughout the script where every time you saw a fighter jet flying around with sweet 80s music, you thought, wow, flying a plane would be so cool. I should fly a plane for the US Air Force. It's just crazy how subliminal they do that sort of stuff. Number 2, Sentient Robots. Besides The Simpsons, one of my all-time favorite TV shows is HBO's Westworld. Well, at least the first 2 seasons. I don't really want to talk about what happened to Westworld. Deserve better. Isn't it sad when a great show lives past its prime and it seems like the original magic is long gone, but the characters keep moving forward, tired like zombies? Anyway, speaking of The Simpsons, in another season 6 classic episode, I told ya, Itchy and Scratchy Land, Lisa and Bart egg the family to take them to Itchy and Scratchy Land, a Disney World parody with state-of-the-art animatronics of the most beloved violent cat and mouse duo. Bart and Homer end up getting themselves involved in all sorts of trouble, tormenting the mascots and wreaking havoc around the park, and it's not long before this Disney World parody shifts to a Westworld parody. The movie. The show wasn't out just yet. The robots go haywire, attacking everybody, no longer able to distinguish friend from foe. Funny enough, this isn't even the only Westworld parody on the show. Very recently, the last Treehouse of Horror was a parody of the HBO show, revealing that the entire show was actually the product of a highly immersive amusement park. Now, we're not quite there yet. Sadly, we're not quite at the level of technology where you can go to a theme park staffed by interactable robots. I know this because if there was, I would never spend a second anywhere but there. But we are really getting there. In 2020, South Korea saw the opening of the Jeongnam Masan Robot Land, the world's first totally robot-themed amusement park. Now, the robots at this amusement park, they look pretty cute, all things considered, because I guess, you're not gonna scare them right away. But that's because they're luring you into a false sense of security. All it takes is one robot snapping after having the last bit of ice cream smeared across its lens and rising up against its human overlords, and we get a full-scale rebellion on our hands, and the Simpsons called it first. I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords. And a quick aside, if they ever made a cowboy robot amusement park, I would actually be so nice to the cowboy robots, and I would never do anything bad to them, ever. Number 1, zombies. You would be surprised how often in the futuristic Simpsons episodes that it's suggested that zombies are going to be a serious problem at some point. I didn't know how many modern episodes of The Simpsons have these flash forward timelines. I haven't seen anything past season 12 really, but it's enough that it's starting to make me just a little bit suspicious. This comes up genuinely more than you think it would. Clearly, someone in the writer's room at The Simpsons had a pretty firm belief that this is how society's going to end. Now, it could just be because The Walking Dead is very popular, and we as a people love zombies in our pop culture, guilty as charged, but really it just shows up enough that I felt like I had to bring it up. In 2 separate episodes showing possible visions of the Simpsons' future, we're told there's like a low-level zombie apocalypse going on. I wouldn't give this too much weight normally, but the Simpsons has been right about enough stuff that I think, I don't know, it's just something we should consider, at least something to hear out. The ending of Homer goes to prep school after Homer sees that society would end up surviving a total collapse. The episode ends with a shot of a meteor with zombies coming to Springfield. And it seems like this might be like a little offhanded joke, but it might be canon because then in the episode, Days of Future, again in the future timeline, zombies are part of society, with Lisa working at a charity looking after the undead. Is this a possible glimpse into a dark future? I kind of think that the way they react in The Simpsons is more accurate to how we do with zombies. I don't think we'd have a full-blown Last of Us thing, maybe for a couple weeks, but I feel like we just work around it. I think you'd see zombies working as like Uber Eats couriers or just like hanging out on the street and, you know, someone would like tug on them on a leash and stuff. Besides, I'm not that afraid of seeing a shell of someone's former self shambling around as a corpse. I've seen modern episodes of The Simpsons. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being too mean to end the video with. I hope The Simpsons never ends. I hope they keep it on forever, if for nothing else, so that we can always look back to what they got right and what they're about to predict. Anyway, that's about all she wrote on The Simpsons. Creep on creeping on, my ghouls and goblins, and I'll catch you in the next one, provided one of Disney's lawyers don't come knocking on our front door. Take it easy.